see your pre-game rituals. Whether it's a certain meal or your lucky game day socks, send us a photo for your chance to win a Seiko espresso machine worth $900. So tweet us the photo at CityLineCA, use the hashtag CityLineHockey, or you can email us at submissions@cityline.ca. So, Nanny Robina, we're back with the kids again. We got up to chores for about 5 years old. Now let's talk about all the way up to 10. They can do more and more things. You can get a little bit more ambitious with them.
Yes.
Like we are with Lila, and it comes to setting the table.
Absolutely, and that's it. You know, Lila's 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's an appropriate age to get them, you know, around about 6, 7 to start setting the table, unset the table.
Why not?
Would you start set the table for us? So now, once again, they will need supervision, especially if you're using ceramics and not plastics.
Oh, right. They might break some plates.
They might want to break some, you know what, it's not a Greek kitchen where we're going to start throwing the plates down, so you have to be, so be very, very careful. And again, this is a time and a place where you want to start teaching, again, instead of just expecting them. See, Lila will know how to set the table. Does she know how to do it properly, where the knife and fork, and it's okay then to actually teach her to step forward and say, this is how the knife goes, this is how the fork goes, and she's doing a fabulous job right now. Lila told me this is what she does at home anyhow.
That is great.
And I think the key here, Tracy, is not, you know, if you're teaching your kids the chores, you know, what are your guidelines? Are you going to start saying there's going to be a time frame on it, for example, and this is what I want done by this time?
Right.
Ease up a little bit, moms. You know what? You know, try not to put too many rules and regulations on how they are doing it. You still want it to be fun.
Right, and you know what? I think it's a good opportunity to just talk about the fact that she is setting the table means to me, if something happens to break, I'm not going to freak out. I would rather have it as, you know, she knows automatically the pots are, there's something boiling on the stove. It's her job to get the placemats out. If she is starting to do that automatically, I'm not going to be picky about, you know, how things are set and if things are in the exact right place. And I think that's a good thing for parents to remember. Yeah. It's great to get them just into the habit of contributing.
And as we can see right now, Lila's doing a great job.
She's setting the table better than I do. She's doing
but you know what? We could also show her really how we're going to put the knife and forks, because it's not exactly correct, but that's okay. That's okay, Mom. So Lila, why don't you come here? And so the way I would actually teach a child is basically, you know, here's your right hand, here's your left hand, and this is the way we do it. You know, that fork and knife. Now, if there's any confusion about the right and left because they're a little bit young, one of the other ways you can do it is, you know what, we can just put the knife and fork together at the side.
That's what we do.
Yeah, and it makes it a little bit easier. So this is how we do it, right? And then often the spoon can go. It can go there, or it can go up here. There you go. Yeah.
Nanny's not picky at all. No, not at all. Thank you so much. That was great. Okay, let's move on to Jean-Paul now, who's making lunch. So I often say I can't wait till my kids get to the point where they can do this, and everybody's like, oh, that point is now. Yes. They actually should be doing it now, and part of it is the control freak in me who wants to control everything and have it done properly. If I let that go, I could have a little Jean-Paul in my house making their own sandwiches. Oh, yes. Right? Yeah.
You know what I think also?
And snacking a bit too, because you're a growing boy. That's okay.
A little feel of the well, that's all. Hey, that's all part of the good side of doing these kind of chores. Yeah. If they get to do lunch, they get to pick where they want to. Let's face it.
At what age would you say they can start chipping in with this?
You know what? 9, 10 years old, and it depends what you want done. Right? We're not going to put him at the stove with a hot pot, obviously. We're talking about making packed lunches, making breakfast. You know, John Paul's. Look at him. He's slicing away there.
Nice.
And again, if he's using a sharp knife, always make sure that, you know, he's being supervised.
Yeah.
Making me very nervous right now.
He actually seems to know what he's doing. I guess that we have to kind of let go a little bit as parents. But are we leaving everything out for them, or can they grab the bread? Can they grab the cheese? Can they grab the meat?
It depends how handy he is with a knife. So John Paul actually using the knife right now seems to be a very creative sandwich. He seems to be doing okay. Now, with a slightly younger child, you may want to slice everything up for them.
Right.
And say, okay, so here's everything. Get on with it, make a sandwich. So that's where you probably want to start. Yeah. You want to prepare it. And as he grows and he knows how to handle a knife, then you're going to start. Yeah, look at that sandwich.
Now that is some sandwich there.
Yes.
Well, this is a lesson too, though. Back off. Yes. Like, so if he's going to be making his own sandwich, if he wants strawberries and carrots in there, that's the sandwich he wants to make.
Yeah. You can't be stepping in and saying they're going to fall out. He'll learn.
Yeah.
And you know what? The sandwiches will improve to his taste as he grows.
Can I play devil's advocate for a moment? Because from my perspective, if I have to lay everything out, I'm just thinking I might as well just make the sandwich.
No. You can't do that. You can't do that. No. You got to start somewhere. And there, you see, that's about it. About stepping back and thinking, okay, I've got to let him do this.
Yeah.
I've got to let him get creative.
It's a good sandwich.
It's a good sandwich.
It's really good.
So that's okay, Tracy.
Let's do this. I want to
what?
just mention to our viewers, because our viewers also have their older kids doing chores. Terry says, my kids are 11 and 9.5. They each have a bathroom to clean weekly. I love that. Sink and toilet scrub and the rooms. These are chores we adults must do, so they help create the mess and they have to help clean them up. Love that.
Good job.
Thank you so much to IKEA for all of the tableware, the table and the bar set here. And good sandwich, my friend.
Yeah.
You enjoy.